many, many words.
Acme Airlines. That's brilliant.
I have a listener who is a professional graphic designer / marketing creative thing, and he did a whole concept thing for some art for my Acme logo and stuff. So
I love it. Stand up so I can see the shirt.
Huh?
Stand up so I can see the shirt.
Well, this is just something I did, and that was kind
cute.
of like I like the retro look, and so I gave him stuff like this and some other things that I thought I like kind of. So he kind of did a modern retro look, and I could probably share my screen and show it to you, but
no, I saw it. It's cute.
No, it's not this. This is not it.
That's not it. Oh,
no. He did something much better.
Oh.
Much better. He's a professional.
He's a professional.
Professional. So let's see here. We are broadcasting live. Hopefully, we have some folks on the sqpn.com/live too. Hello. Who is it?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, that might have been Steve contacting me. Yeah.
Could be, but why is he contacting you and not our Hangout?
Because he can't get into the Hangout.
Why not?
He says when I add from the link, I'm the only one.
Oh, is he on the iPad?
Are you on
I bet
iPad?
he's on the iPad. That happens with me too. I don't know what is wrong with the interface with Hangouts and the iPad, but I never have success with it. Never.
I've done it before. I've done it before from the iPad.
I don't know what it is though, because I've done the same thing. You click on it, and all of a sudden it goes, "Well, you're the first person here." No, I'm not. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what to tell him either. I don't know how to fix it.
Oh, my washing machine's done. I have a new washing machine, and it makes these cool little noises.
So yeah, you look like
he's
you're
on the iPad.
Here, let me. White box, Sarah. I see. It looks like a different. You're not in your bedroom, or maybe you are. It's just a different view.
It's a different bedroom. No, I moved.
I know. I know you last weekend were moving, right?
Yes.
So is this like a bigger?
This is the guest bedroom. Now I have 2 bedrooms.
Ah, so this is like your study?
This is my boffice.
Your boffice. Bedroom office?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Wow.
I just don't have a bed for in here yet. That's coming later.
Your guest. That way, your guest won't stay very long.
Yes.
You might want to
have a bathroom and a shower for you, but no bed.
You'll have to sleep on the floor.
Yes. I have a sleeping bag and a
Blanket.
camp chair
And
a blanket, so they're good.
Okay, what was I going to do? I was going to go over here to the sqpn.com/live just to make sure we are actually there. And I can see the show. I'm in the chat room, maybe. I'm about to. You're probably going to hear some. No, you're not, because I have that down, so never mind. Okay, I see myself. And Jeff and I tried from the iPad sometime back. I had someone join the iPhone. It was no problem. So, okay, I see the chat room. The Fortress of Boffitude. That was David. Like the Cloffice better. Okay, so let me open this in another thing. So it looks like we're on the Live 2 page. That's good.
Yeah, it is. I just got a text message from Father Daryl.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
He's making fun of me.
Okay. Well, you know what? If Steve is able to connect, we'll gladly. Hi, Mike.
Is that Mike Kuipers?
Mike Kuipers.
Mike Kuipers.
The mayor
Brushed
of
my hair for you. For you. I brushed my hair.
Oh, I thought you said Mike brushed your hair.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was a little creeped out.
How did you do that? is Mike there in Conyers? Here, move the camera around so we can see him. Where are you, Mike?
It's just my hair. He was giving me a hard time about...
It looks lovely, by the way.
Oh, shut up.
It does.
I mean, thank you.
Thank you. There you go. That's the appropriate response to a compliment.
Yeah, but see, Jeff, the thing is we're not used to you giving compliments.
That's not true.
I'm sorry.
That's
really?
not true. For the record, and since we are live internationally, I will say for the record that One Captain Jeff Nielsen is a gentleman at all times and gracious and wonderful.
How much is he paying you for that?
None, but he's not recording the show yet, so it's lost.
Dang it. I should have been recording that. Oh, well.
But he's blushing a little bit.
Well, thank you. Well, you know, when I'm around awesome people like you.
Oh, no.
And
See, don't deflect.
Steve
just say thanks,
and
Maria.
Bob. Oh, yeah, Sarah, too.
Whatever, it's fine.
I just, I love you guys, so.
We love you too.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, let's start the show.
Oh.
Okay.
The mascara's running.
Okay, let's see. Let me make sure that this is going to sound okay. Is my volume okay? Too high, too low?
You're fine.
Okay. Because I have you guys like way up.
So mine is not good?
No, I think it's the way I have everything set up here. It's my fault.
Oh,
It's my problem.
See, there you are.
It's always your fault.
There we go.
Taking it
Oh,
on.
that's sounding better now. Hang on.
Taking it
Okay.
on.
Hello?
You know,
Hello?
I could just speak into the microphone. That could be useful, too.
Maybe if I talked right into the mic. The sultry sounds of Catholic Weekend.
Yeah. Okay.
We should do a show like that one day.
Where we actually lower the register of our voices so that we can sound like professional broadcasters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
I think it'd be really fun.
like you're doing a golf game commentary.
I'm Delilah.
This goes out to my boyfriend. I just love him.
In college, we had
This
a
is
security van that would run around campus to drive us around. And the late night driver, she always listened to Delilah. One time I got in the van with her and she was in tears listening.
Oh,
And I was trying not to laugh because, like, here she is, like, legit crying. And I'm just being a jerk.
Nice.
Okay, testing the sound.
This is SQPN, the StarQuest Production Network, leading the way.
Okay. I sound too high on my end. Here we go.
I think we're all supposed to sound like Paul Camerata.
Paul Camerata, the voice of God, and SQPN.
No, that's what's
No,
his
that's
name.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Well, we settle for Paul. Morgan Freeman hasn't contacted us. Okay, let's go. We got to get this thing moving on.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. I have tons of errands to run.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right.
This is SQPN, the StarQuest Production Network, leading the way.
You're listening to Catholic Weekend, episode number 257 for the week ending Saturday, January 24th, 2015. Good morning, I'm Captain Jeff.
I'm your captain.
Feeling kind of sick.
I'm your captain.
And joining me today
Oh, I'm
from
feeling
Conyers, Georgia, Maria Johnson.
Hello and good morning.
And also with us, Steve Nelson is somewhere. We're going to find out very, very shortly. Not in Oklahoma.
No. Hello, everybody. Glad to be here. Hope you can hear me.
We can. Excellent. He just joined us, actually. And also joining us from Atlanta, Georgia, we have the lovely Sarah. Fabulous, the Catholic Drinking.
Happy Saturday, everybody.
Happy Saturday to you all. So, right before, actually, after I started the show, the bumper's playing and everything else, all of a sudden I see Steve Nelson. He just shows up magically on our Hangout, and we were so happy that we were able to connect with you. So, now, if you're not watching the video, you should see this. He's sitting on a porch. Where are you, Steve?
I am in the Cayman Islands on vacation. First vacation I've had in years, and I'm having a great time.
I love it.
You
Why
wanna
are
see?
you here and not at the
Wanna see?
beach?
Oh, look at that. Nice pool in
Wow.
the background.
The beach is literally about 100 yards from here.
Oh
Steve,
my
are you on
gosh.
7 Mile Beach?
I am.
Awesome. I love that beach.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, we're staying at a little resort that's got condos. I'm here with 15 people, all
Oh.
Catholics from the Newman Center,
Nice.
and about 5 of them are children.
That means
You
about
might
10
see-
of them are adults. Are you having a good time?
You might see the kids flying by every now and then. They're all under 6.
Oh, sweet.
I thought you meant they were just like maturity-wise, all children, but they're
Well,
actually real
some of the
children.
adults are about like that, yeah.
Well, I'm glad that. So you're on your iPad?
I tried. I couldn't get it. I borrowed a MacBook from one of the people here.
Oh, okay,
I'm on
good.
borrowed everything.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with an iPad. Sometimes it's hit and miss trying to have you join a hangout with an iPad.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm glad you were able to borrow somebody's machine and join us today. So,
Yeah.
You said you're on vacation?
Yes. We'll be down here for another few days, and we've been having a great time, escaping the cold weather. And last night we went on a nighttime kayaking tour looking at bioluminescent stuff in the water. It was really cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then this afternoon we're going to go to Stingray City and play with stingrays.
Oh, that's so much fun. You're going to love that.
Yeah.
Just watch out for those stingers.
Yeah, just don't grab their tails, but they're very friendly there. They'll try to, if you try to feed them, they'll try to suck on your hand, so you might get a hickey, so watch out for that.
That sounds like you've been here.
Oh, yes. So I used to go to the Cayman Islands on vacation every year when I was a kid because I was a scuba diver, so.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know this about you. So was I.
I'm still a scuba diver, actually.
I am
I'm
not.
certified.
My thing I'm certain, has expired, and then some.
It's
Yeah.
lifetime.
Is it
Yeah,
lifetime?
Yeah.
I did a lot of scuba diving earlier. Before the Newman years, I did a lot of scuba diving. And then when I started working for the church, I couldn't afford it anymore.
It's an expensive hobby.
Yep.
Are you going to go snorkeling or do anything like that, or are you just
Definitely
kind
some snorkeling. Yeah.
Sweet,
Yeah.
sweet.
So, but it's nice to be on a real vacation where I don't have 20 college students tagging along or anything like that.
And you're not checking out the venues there for conferences in the future, right?
Right. No, I wish. No. I highly recommend coming here. It's great.
Well, I've heard it's a very beautiful place.
It is.
So,
Very beautiful, very modern.
well, thanks for joining us today, Steve. It was
Well,
nice
I know
of
it's been
you.
a few weeks since I could be on, so I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, we've missed you, and some of us have been in and out, like Miss Sarah, fabulous. So I understand that you were moving last weekend?
Yes, I decided on Friday afternoon to move. So I signed a lease, I booked movers, I got my mom to come to help, and I did several things in like under 2 hours. And so last weekend I moved into just down the hall, literally 10 doors down. And so it's very nice. Now I'm in a 2-bedroom apartment, so I have a home office since I work from home. I just was really tired of sitting at my desk in my bedroom, which was not even a whole step away from my bed. And so this has helped me be a little more productive with my work life and separate work from sleep and all of that. So I'm really excited.
Compartmentalization.
Yes, plus I have a huge pantry that I built a shelf in that has all of my homebrew stuff and an embarrassing amount of beer.
So I need to
I didn't
just jump in with a
realize.
little bit of a judgment. Who decides to move in 2 hours and then executes? I guess you.
Me.
Sarah. The only person in the world that ever has done that, right there, on our show today.
Yeah, the leasing office was like, you like to make quick decisions, don't you? I'm like, Yeah, I guess so. I'm living on the edge. And so, I had to call Comcast to tell them I was moving and several other people. And so I told the Comcast guy, I was like, so I like to live on the edge, so I'm moving, and the dates that I could get you guys to come out to hook up my new cable are past the moving date. Like, do you think you could help me out with that? He's like, living on the edge, you just made my day. I got your back. And so he snuck someone in and was able to get my stuff hooked up. So it was great.
I got you back.
I was like, whatever, dude, you're my new favorite. And so the thing was I texted some of my friends because I was going to move in a couple of weeks, but I did not end up liking the apartment that I was going to be moving into. So I texted my friends and I was like, I don't think I want this apartment anymore. I don't know what to do. And like an hour later I texted them. I was like, found a new apartment, sign the lease, have movers book. And someone texted me and goes, that escalated quickly. I was like, yeah, that pretty much describes my day. That escalated quickly.
You crazy, girlfriend. You crazy.
It's all that beer.
Speaking of crazy, Maria, what have you been up to this last week?
Oh, gosh. Well, what can I tell you? I have to give a little shout out to Mike Kuipers, who was teasing me yesterday. I went and I sat for my headshot, my author headshot, which was too hilarious. So, yeah, that was a picture I posted on Facebook yesterday. So he said that I should dress like that for Catholic weekend. So I didn't, but I brushed my hair, which is a new thing. Usually I just put on that hat.
Yeah,
Oh, that's funny that's your author headshot. I had my headshots taken a couple weeks ago, and it's me out in a hipster part of town with beer.
Naturally. Naturally.
What about your
Naturally.
headshot, Steve? Where did you have yours done?
On the beach.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for me to be discovered.
Yeah, me too. I had some tequila shots, but
That's a good one.
that's entirely a different thing.
Yeah, Maria, I have to admit, I just saw American Sniper last night, so when you first said headshot, that pictures was not my first thought. Yeah.
Well,
It was-
speaking of that, I've seen it as well. Have you, Maria or Steve, seen American Sniper?
I have
Oh
to.
my gosh. You guys, it's so good.
It's intense. It's very intense.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. Not the kind of movie you'd want to take your kids to see.
Yeah, definitely not, and might even be considered like depending on how like a college student age takes things, because it's very emotionally intense, and there's he's a sniper, so there's obviously some violent moments. So and if you're just an adult who can't really deal with that kind of stuff, you might want to consider not seeing it. But it's very good if you can stomach it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I just changed my mind.
Well, you don't want to see it now?
No, I don't like.
Yeah.
Well, I think that the whole baby thing has me enough of not wanting to go see it. So.
The whole baby thing.
Yeah. Doesn't his wife give birth or something in the middle of the whole? I don't understand.
Well, I think the trailers are kind of give that impression possibly, but it's
No.
No. Okay.
I think you'd like it.
I do think you'd like it, Maria.
Really? Okay. Well, I'll check it out.
So,
All right.
and I guess there's a little bit of controversy about that. The film about making a hero of somebody who his whole job was killing people. What do you think about that, Sarah?
I mean, I can understand their point, but at the same time, if you really, I think more of the heart of the movie was the post-traumatic stress disorder part, and how it really does affect these soldiers, and how we can help them overcome that. And so, I mean, maybe that was just my way of approaching the movie more, but I felt it was more emotional and about PTSD than it was about making someone into a hero that killed a bunch of people.
I agree. The whole emphasis
That's an interesting thing. I mean, the only reason I want to jump in here without having seen the movie is mostly because John, my husband, is a veteran, and one of his favorite movies is Sergeant York. Have you ever seen that?
I don't think I ever did see that.
That's a classic with
Gregory. Is it
Cooper.
Gregory?
Cooper.
Who?
Cooper.
Gary Cooper?
Gary
Cooper.
Cooper. Yeah.
Have you seen it, Joe?
Oh yeah, several times.
So he watches it every once in a while, and he does encounter, I think, that same dilemma of he wanted to be a conscientious objector, and it was denied, and so he ended up he ended up being a sniper effectively, but because of what he did, he ended up saving a unit, and so he does come back and explain, not give a rationalization, which is, I think, a defense, but rather a very clear explanation of why he chose to do what he did. And so I think it's a good conversation. But the reason that I bring it up is that Sergeant York is super old. Is it from World War I or II? I can't recall.
It's from World War One.
And so we've got whatever the mindset was in that era, which is really coming across, I think, in the film. And then, of course, we have something that's modern. Yesterday, when I was at the photo studio, the gentleman who took my pictures has been, taking pictures in this county for, his entire career. So he did all my kids' senior pictures and all of that stuff. And we were talking about why I was having the shot taken, and I had explained to him that, as a matter of fact, this summer I'm going to actually come out in a devotional that Sarah Reinhardt has put together. And so I was talking about a devotional, and he picks up a devotional that he had on his desk, one of those little, like the Daily Thing, one of those daily reflection magazines. And he said that his 85-year-old mother had moved in with them, and she brought with her a box of all of her old-time devotionals from like the 1960s. And he said he started to read them and was fascinated with the difference in the tone and the difference in the mindset of what was being said in the 60s. Same scriptural references, but a total different cultural expression was coming across it. So I just wonder, I think I'd like to see the movie just to see how it compares to Sergeant York. Wow, I just rambled on for a long time, didn't I?
No, that's totally okay.
That's a lot of
I understand what you're
stuff
trying to say. Yeah.
for somebody that never saw the movie. That's amazing.
Yeah, you think? Is it worth watching it for just that reason?
Yeah, because in the movie, Sergeant York struggles with being a conscientious objector at the very beginning of the movie, and he ends up using scripture to convince himself that what he's doing is righteous.
Yep.
Sorry.
And there we go.
That's the dryer going off.
I thought that was like somebody hitting a buzzer like, I don't like any of this stuff that I'm
I
listening
was like,
to here.
okay then.
Morgan Freeman decided to chime in on that one. Oh, craziness.
Oh, boy. Well,
Maybe I'll go see it.
You should see it and then report back to us and let us know what you think. Same thing with you, Steve. All right.
Yeah, I intend to see it sometime.
All right. Well, music is coming up in the background. Thank goodness. And it is time for our first break. And let's see. What can we say? We can say thank you again for our successful end of the year fundraising campaign, which was just, about a month ago, actually. Boy, time flies. And we thank all of you for pledging to support the StarQuest Production Network and becoming friends of SQPN or giving us one-time donations or sponsoring shows. If you're interested in doing any of that and you're out there and you haven't donated, please consider doing so. Head over to sqpn.com/donate, and there you'll find ways to become a friend of SQPN with a monthly donation or a one-time donation, or again, as I mentioned, several of our shows you can actually sponsor. So if you have let's say you're an author and you want to promote your book, you can do so by sponsoring a show, or if you have some kind of a website or a message, or you want to just sponsor a show in honor of somebody's birthday or anniversary or whatever, it's a great way to do it. So check that out at sqpn.com. I'm going to do a manual fade. Just a short little break there. So, did you all see, I guess the Pope went to the Philippines.
Yes.
And the Philippine, the country, the Filipinos and the Philippine Islands are huge Catholics, very large population of Catholics. And I'm sure that there's a reason for that. I don't know, was it missionary endeavors early on, several centuries ago? Is that what caused the huge explosion of
I would
Catholicism?
imagine the Spanish influence.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a possession of Spain for a long time.
I bet somebody listening in the chat room could probably talk for volumes on it, Miss Lynn Francisco.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he went over there, and of course it was a very popular, huge, just huge gatherings, and millions of coming out for masses and everything else. And then on the on the airplane back from the Philippines that some of the journalists were
Oh my
questioning.
goodness.
I love it when Maria just makes those kind of, oh, here we go. He's going to talk about the rabbits.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I was like, no, let's avoid. But
Why?
unfortunate.
We do not avoid conflict and controversy on this show. This is Catholic Weekend.
We created, right?
We're just not going to jabber on about American Sniper and, you know, what we did last week. We're going to talk about some hard-hitting stuff here. And,
this
but,
Pope. This Pope.
But it's now. Here's the problem: if you read through the media what our Pope has said, then you're going to get kind of a certain opinion about things, and if you actually read what he said, then you go, oh, okay, well that's not quite as bad as they made his remarks sound. So essentially, our Pope was basically saying that, you know, the important thing is that when you're having children, that you take care of them and you give them a good environment to live in, and you educate them, and you know, teach them about the faith and that kind of thing. It's not. He basically referred. The sad thing was that he kind of said he was trying to say that the goal is not to have as many children as you possibly can. But he's not saying that having a large family is a bad thing, but putting the emphasis on the fact that you know, you should the children that you do have, whether it's a small family or a very large family, that you have to be able to take care of them and educate them, etc. So that's where the
what
emphasis.
are you saying? He had just a bad choice of words?
Actually, if you read his actual sentence, it just the worst thing that he did was he just used a furry little creature in the very harmless sentence that he used, and then the media just started flying off and started using words like breed, and you know, characterizing what he was saying as, oh, the Pope's saying Catholics shouldn't go out there and have big families. Well, he did not say that. So I don't know, what do you all feel about this? Did you read any of what he actually said, or did you just kind of rely upon the major media outlets to characterize what he said?
Well, of course I went and chased what he said, because I mean, it really kind of blew up in a little bit of an incendiary way. I love the peeps at Pathos. Everything had a bunny on it.
Yep.
They're just crazy over there. It's just, you know what, the whole breeding like rabbits thing for Catholics, I think is just, you know, one of those knee-jerk things. It really, you got to go there, you got to say that. So that's why I said it was just an unfortunate, you know, use of words. Mm-hmm. But I think that the culture is so used to saying that, you know, in reference to Catholics and large families. That,
yeah. Did he actually say a phrase like that they picked up on, or that?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
What he said. Let me see if I can find the exact words.
Yeah, I think my
he didn't
opinion.
say breed like rabbits.
No, he did not use the word breed.
He did not say that. He didn't say that, but.
I think whenever he, you know, has these news conferences on his plane, they should not land until they know exactly what he means.
Okay, here we go. Let's see. What happened was that the reporter asked him what
happened was
about the idea that so many in the Philippines are poor because of the church's ban on contraception. The Pope replied, "God gives you means to be responsible. Some think that, excuse the language," he should have known right there,
right there,
In order to be good Catholics, we have to be like rabbits. No, responsible parenthood. This is clear, and that is why the church, there are marriage groups, there are experts in this matter, there are pastors, one can search, and I know so many ways that are licit and that have helped this. You did well to ask me this. Another curious thing in relation to this is that for the most poor people, a child is a treasure. It is true that you have to be prudent here too, but for them, a child is a treasure. Some would say God knows how to help me, and perhaps some of them are not prudent. This is true. Responsible paternity, but let us also look at the generosity of the father and mother who see a treasure in every child.
So once again, the Pope, big drum roll and surprise, is Catholic.
Yeah. Who knew? Who's this I'm reading here? I think it's Simca Fisher. She has a way with words. She says, look, this is our Pope. He's kind of a blabbermouth, and sooner or later he's going to irritate just about everybody. And no, this isn't the first time he said something that makes me go, oi.
I know, but the media also, I mean, they pick up on phrases,
They do.
you know, to sell papers, you know, and so, you know, Pope says, don't breed like rabbits. Like, well, no, not exactly.
Well, I think what it does
That's
is,
what he said.
as Maria said, it kind of taps into everybody's own stereotypes of
Yeah.
what a good, devout Catholic family is. Oh, a good, devout Catholic family are those families that have 10 kids and have those vans that are, you know, that hold 15 people. And that is true, that some devout Catholic families are like that. And there are other Catholic families like yours, Maria, and mine, you know, where we have 3 children. And, you know, so it's...
Well, you know, and it's stay out of people's bedrooms is really essentially what my attitude is on this, because you don't know. You know, you don't know at all.
No.
Why, and you don't know why some people have small families. You know, there's something that's called secondary infertility, where suddenly you just lose your fertility. It looked like you were going strong, and then something happened. So, you know, it's just, if it's easier to stay out of people's bedroom, and that way you don't hurt feelings, because it's none of your business why I have 15 kids or 3. And so, I don't know. I just think that there's a more charitable way to proceed than to get hung up on those things.
Another good article also on Pathos by Dr. Greg Popcat or Popcat? Popcat? How do you pronounce it?
Popchak.
Popchak.
Dr. Greg Popchak.
Oh, it's like a Czechoslovakian kind of thing, huh? Who knows? Or is that Polish?
That
or
I
is
think
something?
they might be Polish. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm sure I'm offending just huge amounts
You
of
just
people.
offended some very nice people. Go on.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well, I
go
didn't
on.
mean to. Well, anyway, he has a great blog, and he says Pope Francis and Catholic rabbits, 5 points to consider. He said a few points. He didn't exactly say what they say he said, so we already talked about that. He isn't saying anything new here. Maria said that. As I've argued in For Better, Forever, and Holy Sex, the Church is quite clear. Contrary to many people's beliefs, the default in Catholic teaching is not to conception, it is to responsible parenthood. As moral theologian Janet Smith notes, although bringing new life into existence is a great good, spouses are not obligated to have as many children as they can. So, anyway, lots of great articles out there, kind of, you know, basically clarifying the Catholic stance on you know, procreation and all that.
Well, I mean, it's a perfect segue into what was going on this week on the 22nd, right? On, was it Thursday? With the March for Life in Washington.
That is a perfect segue. Unfortunately,
You know, because
we have some music coming up in the background.
is that
And-
Sleaze Factor?
It is Sleaze Factor. And we are going to talk about the March for Life after we come back from this break. How about that? Okay. Nobody's saying anything in the chat or the panel, so I'll move on. So this is the U.S. Air Force Airmen of Note jazz band, and the maybe not appropriate named song, Sleaze Factor. Anyway, so we'll let them play in the background while I talk again about SQPN. Another way to support, we talked about being a friend of SQPN, sponsoring shows, etc. You may also want to help us out when you go do your digital or your online shopping at Amazon.com. I know that I do. Every time I go to Amazon, before I do, I make sure that I've clicked on the link over at SQPN.com, and then I do my shopping. And what that will do is that a small amount of the money that I'm paying to Amazon will actually go to the StarQuest Production Network. Also, we are a participant in their Smile at Amazon.program. You may have seen that. Occasionally something will pop up and it will say, do you have a favorite charity or whatever that you want to affiliate your purchase? And I think it's called Smile, and we are there as well. So, again, please try to remember us when you're doing your online shopping. I do a lot of online shopping, and so I'm doing my part in supporting SQPN. And finally, if you have a blog like, let's see, Catholic Drinky or Everything Esteban or something like that, and you want to have some great web hosting, we have partnered with Bluehost, and they have very affordable hosting, unlimited bandwidth, unlimited websites, etc. I think. I don't know. Steve, maybe you can chime in with that. You use Bluehost for your blog's hosting.
I do, and I have a number of them that are under my one account, but I don't know what kind of limit that is.
I think it's unlimited, actually.
I don't know.
Yeah. But I've heard, now I don't use them personally, but if I had a need to have a hosted blog, I would certainly consider them because they're very affordable, and I've heard a lot of people say that their customer service is very highly regarded. So, and Sarah, have you been happy with Bluehost hosting?
Very happy.
Good. Well, there you go. There are two great recommendations from two Catholic Weekend panelists, and Father Roderick, the CEO of SQPN, also for his personal blog uses Bluehost hosting. So check it out, and if you sign up with them, they will give us a little bit of a very generous referral fee. So again, look for Bluehost hosting at sqpn.com. I think if you go to sqpn.com/Bluehost, you'll see all the information right there. So thanks everyone who has taken us up on that and shop with Amazon and can think about us before they shop, and also the friends of SQPN. And before we go and end this break, just a reminder that we have a big event coming up in June. If you want to meet all of these virtual friends that you have online, you can do it at a very big party that we're going to have in Atlanta on the 7th of June this year. And we look forward to releasing a lot of details about this in the next couple of weeks, where you can start your sign-up procedure, get your hotel rooms, etc. So look forward to announcing that perhaps on the next show or on one of the next shows. So again, just make sure you have cleared your calendar for June 7th, 2015 for the CNMC.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. So you were mentioning, Miss Maria, something about Washington, D.C. and I was noticing that Sarah tweeted something about a picture that certain people were using to depict the March for Life.
Getting that wrong.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing. So I'm like a little bit on my soapbox here, but so this happened last year, and it happened the year before, and it happened the year before. There's a picture that goes around of the National Mall packed with people. Okay, this is great. It's awesome to see lots of people in Washington, D.C. However, that picture belongs to President Obama's 2009 inauguration, and not, in fact, this year's March for Life or last year's March for Life or the March for Life before that. So,
or any March for Life.
Or any March for Life. People, stop posting this picture.
I
Stop
saw a
it.
black and white one, and I think it was Martin Luther King's address at the mall.
It's just,
Oh my goodness.
it's
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, there's a Jimmy Kimmel clip that goes with that, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
But it's just stop. It's making us look silly because it's giving food for the pro-choice trolls to feed on. So you guys, like, before you just willy-nilly post a picture that someone else posted on social media, make sure that it's the right thing.
Vet your sources.
What?
Yes.
Are you saying that everything on the internet is not true?
Look, Abraham Lincoln said that, okay?
That everything on the
Trust
internet
the
is not
internet.
true?
Yes.
Wow. Was he the guy that invented the internet?
No, that's
That was
Al Gore.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
But
Oh.
anyways, I just, it's really gone around. There's been a couple of, quote, famous priests that have tweeted it, and, it just...
It's okay.
There's so many amazing real pictures from the week that we could have posted instead of that, and it's sort of like missed opportunities.
Mm-hmm. You're right, though. You don't want to give ammunition to the people who are against what we stand for.
Right.
By making a silly mistake like that.
Because they're all like, oh yeah, we want to celebrate that day too, and when we elected a very pro-choice president. So just remember, no matter what the topic is on social media, don't just assume that this person's photo is correct. So do some source checking.
And that's just good common sense.
Yes.
Yes.
So let's really talk about what was happening, which is a pro-life stand, right?
They think that there were like 800,000 people there, which is amazing. So many people.
Now you've been to the one in Washington, right? Because I know
Yeah.
that one of my kids was out yesterday or Thursday at doing the, what do they call it when you're on the roadside? We've done that before, holding the signs, just having a moment of silence out on the roadside with signs.
We'll just call it that.
We'll just call it that, whatever. And then take a walk down from the cathedral to the Capitol.
Yeah, that's like the Atlanta March for Life, essentially. So. But yeah, I went to the one in D.C. in 2012, so 3 years ago. I'll never forget it. It was definitely a very moving experience.
I was hoping to have on Billy this morning, but he couldn't make it. But he lives in Washington D.C. and maybe we can have him on next week, and he can let us know, kind of give us an idea of the whole experience. He's been doing this for many years, and he mentioned that several people, joined him up there, and he got a chance to visit with them.
Yeah, you might try Dr. Paul too, because he goes he goes often.
He goes, yeah.
Maybe we
Tom
should
Pringle went for the first time.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh, I wish I had my Pringles.
And then Father Kyle Sanders was also there.
Yeah.
I saw him tweeting from Ronald Reagan, so he's precious.
Yeah. So he's Mr. Pringle is in seminary, right?
In
Florida.
Miami.
In Miami, 2 blocks from where I lived.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
And so yeah, we should have all that whole big gang of folks that was in Washington for that big March for Life on the show sometime soon. Anything else we want to say about it? No.
We just need to keep praying, you guys. And, and it's going to start with changing hearts. So, if you ever have an opportunity to talk to somebody about truly the pro-life cause and what it really means, don't skip that opportunity, because that's where we need to start, is grassroots.
Yeah.
And prayer. And prayer. And keep praying.
You really wanted to play it, didn't you?
You just wanted
really
to play that piece.
It really is the best intro song of anybody that comes on the show. Except for maybe Jeff's. Like the "I'm Your Captain" just really brings so much joy.
I have to thank whoever's idea it was to use it. Who was it? One of you that said you should use that for the opening for your little thing? Because I wasn't ever using any.
I don't know where that came from.
Somebody suggested it. And I went, oh, okay, let me check that out. Anyway, sorry about that. I just had to play the Pringles little thing. I always enjoy that. So what else is going on out there that's of interest? Nothing.
The rain.
Okay. The
Yeah, I guess it snowed in Tennessee, so I've been seeing a lot of pictures of that, and in North Georgia. So all of our local news today has been 3 snowflakes in North Georgia, and I'm like seriously, you guys? Come on.
Meanwhile, New England got pounded. Oh,
Right.
speaking of New England.
Oh, deflate! Oh my gosh.
Deflategate?
Deflategate. So the NFL came out and confirmed that the balls were under
Whatever.
Let's make sure that we, instead of saying balls, let's say footballs. Please. Just
Did you
just to
really
keep
go
this
there?
rated G.
Yeah, just pass over at that.
I
What are they
actually
gonna do
really
about it?
meant footballs, but the footballs were underinflated during
Yeah,
the
so
first
what is-
half.
So what,
So-
how does that change things? I've been out of the loop on that. What is it? So how does that
Oh.
change things?
Apparently,
Well, you can hold it better.
easier to catch because it was cold and rainy and stuff. So when it's really cold, footballs get really hard because
Right.
of the leather and they're so full. Well, I guess the ones that the Patriots were using were underinflated a bit, which made it easier to throw and catch.
Mhm.
So are they saying they cheated?
Yes.
Yes,
Are they?
that's what they're saying.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
they're
I know.
using that word.
I know. Yeah. Well, okay. So then what are they going to do about it?
Well, they're starting an investigation to figure out who did it. But I don't think anything's going to happen beyond that because the score was just so, like, the difference in the score was so big. They're not sure that the Colts, it would have made a difference if the Colts had the same footballs or not.
Right. Yeah, if it were like a very close game, like the NFC Championship game, then they may say, well, okay, that may have been the difference between winning and losing it. But the AFC Championship game is just, it was such a blowout that even if you don't consider all the offense, it's from the Patriots, that they probably still would have won, by a landslide. Maybe not by a landslide, but
Aren't they
anyway.
always accused of cheating?
Well, they
Yeah,
were.
this is not the first time.
2010, they were caught looking or stealing the
Plays,
defensive.
the defensive plays.
Yeah, they were spying on them, and yeah, that's
I just don't understand because the Patriots, athletic-wise and ability-wise, have such a great football team.
Mhm.
So there really is just no reason for them to do this stuff because I think they'd win even if they didn't cheat.
I think
I'll send all hate mail to Sarah Fabulous.
At least this year, Tom Brady is a very good quarterback. Like, that's the thing. And he's, Bill Belichick, say what you want about his character, he's a very good coach. And I don't understand why people cheat when they don't have. Well, first of all, I don't understand why people cheat. But secondly, why the heck would you cheat when you really, really don't need to cheat? Like, come on.
I think I have a feeling it was something like somebody overheard Brady say something about the fact that he likes deflated balls or whatever, and just kind of took it upon himself or herself to, like adjust the footballs after they were inspected. And I don't think it was any kind of coordinated cheating scheme at all. I don't know why, but I think.
But the football players should have been able to know, and the refs should have been able to tell that they did not feel the same as the Colts balls. So it's just, I don't understand.
Footballs.
Footballs.
Thank you.
We need to move on to something else.
Okay.
So,
But anyways, so the NFC football game was great. Enjoyed watching that one. The AFC game was definitely a huge letdown.
Yeah, I like those. Which one was a letdown, did you say?
The Colts and the Patriots. It just wasn't a great game.
No, it wasn't. It was very lopsided.
So, when I don't have a horse in the race, I just hope for a really good football game, and that one was not.
Yeah. I must say that I'd kind of hoped that the Packers would win the NFC Championship game, but again, I don't really have any skin in that either. But that was a fantastic game. It was a very close game, and winning it in overtime. What a great way to win an NFC Championship. But,
for sure, and you gotta love Russell Wilson. The first thing he says when he was interviewed is he thanked God for giving him his gifts and talents, and that just says a lot about Russell Wilson's character.
Yeah, it does. And
so, moving on from sports, what are we?
Thank you.
Oh, well,
Sorry, I love sports.
We don't have anything else to talk about, Steve. What? So if you're gonna segue us into something else, go. You go, Steve.
How about politics? No.
No.
How about
Let's
religion?
go back to sports.
Yeah, so I think, the bottom line here is that whatever happened there with the Patriots and the football Deflategate, I don't think it would have made a difference on the outcome. And I think if they find that they were indeed, and I'm using air quotes over cheating, if they find that something went wrong there, I think that the biggest penalty they can have is like losing a first round draft pick or whatever. So that may,
Just
affect them.
remember, people, when you cheat, you're only cheating yourself.
Yeah. And it will really be a shame if they find that it was just somebody that just did this on their own, thinking that they were doing a good thing to try to help the team win, and ending up casting a pall on the rest of the team. So stay tuned. We'll have an update next week. Is it next week that when is the Super Bowl? In a couple weeks? Always seems like a huge break.
It's next weekend because it's
Okay.
2 weeks from after the last games. So it'll be a week from tomorrow.
Oh, good. I can stock up on football food and watch commercials.
Chicken wings.
February
and
1st.
nachos.
Yes. There should be some really good Super Bowl commercials, so we should talk about that the week after the Super Bowl.
We should. Yeah,
Super
that's
Bowl
always
commercials.
interesting. That's what most people watch, I think, when they're watching the Super Bowl, is the commercials. All right. Well, so do you have a topic, Steve, on politics you want to talk about?
Steve
Absolutely
keeps
not.
moving locations.
Well, the people I'm with, they keep moving locations, and
keep
I'm
making
trying to
noise.
avoid a lot of extra noise so you guys can hear me.
I kind of like that dryer.
Well, it went off 3 more times, but luckily I had it muted. So
Yeah, really, that's hilarious.
That's a beautiful background there. The blue sky and the palm trees. Mm.
yeah, you want to see the ocean?
Yeah.
I'll see
Yes.
if I can.
Aw.
I'll see if, that's
For
gonna be hard
those
to
of you
do.
listening to the podcast later, we're very sorry.
We'll try to describe it. Oh, beautiful
Do you see
tropic.
it out there?
Yeah.
Way
Oh
in the
yeah,
background?
there's lots of palm trees, and we see the Caribbean Sea.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
the blue sky. Oh.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
We flew over Cuba on the way here, and the turquoise water in the Caribbean is just absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I've never seen that before.
The
Me neither.
Oh, you liar. Speaking of Cuba, so I see some activity in the airline world. Many airlines are already saying that they're seriously
Yeah.
looking at starting up service sometime in the future when they're allowed to. I think United is the only one that the only U.S. carrier right now that actually has route rights or whatever you call it. But I'm sure that others, like my airline, will be applying for authority to serve the island as well.
Your airline already flies charters there.
Yep, most airlines do. Yeah, it's kind of like one of those gray areas, isn't it? Where if you're taking a charter flight there for humanitarian reasons, or there's a list of 7 to 15 different classifications for reasons for going to Cuba.
You'll still have to do that. I really want to go, but you'd still have to go for some sort of educational or humanitarian reason. And but morally, I'm a little torn on like, do I go? Do I not go? Because it's tough. So maybe Maria and I need to have some coffee one day and talk about it.
Don't go.
Don't go?
Don't go.
Okay. So we shouldn't have an SQPN documentary on Cuba?
No.
Okay.
No. I don't want to give them any dollars.
Yeah. Don't feed the trolls down there.
Don't feed the trolls.
That's the moral of today's story. Don't cheat.
Don't
Feed the trolls.
Well,
So-
Alan Marchand is cranking up the orchestra. I can hear him again. Thank you, Alan. There's Maria.
Jeff's joke died before it even finished.
Our last break, and while the band plays in the background, again a reminder that you know what, there are more shows on SQPN than this great Catholic Weekend show that you show up here for every week. Yeah, really, I'm serious. Why? Who's laughing? I invite you to head over to sqpn.com and check out some of the great programming that we have, like the Secrets series, many secrets of so many different things, like Doctor Who, The Hobbits, what else? The Secrets of Vietnam. No, we don't do that one. Anyway, I know
Wow.
Maria's frowning at me like, what? Where did that come from? I don't know. But anyway, we have great shows like the Secret series. We have Father Roderick's very popular The Break and The Walk and Geek Week. And so you should just check it out, see what's over there. And I think that you'll be entertained and informed. So to keep myself from getting in too much trouble, I'm going to go ahead and fade that out, and we'll move on with our last segment, which, of course, is... I don't know if you heard the edited version of your show last week, Maria, but I did squeeze that in there.
Did you really?
Yep. Yeah. I thought it worked out well, because you said, I think I have a mind to, prank Pat Gone and have her do the thing, and I just kind of slipped it right into there while you were talking. Yeah. But anyway... we are in our Picks of the Week segment, and does anybody want to go first? Sarah? I see Sarah pointing to her nose.
No, that was me thinking.
Oh,
I
I
don't
thought that was
really
like pick
have
me.
one, but
Oh, no.
Yes, you do. Of course you do, like I always do.
I mean, Father Daryl made a really cool YouTube video this week that I don't have the link for offhand, but it's like a Pope Francis music video thing, I think. And so, whatever, check out Father Daryl's website at saskapriest.com.
Oh, by the way, thank you, Mike, for helping me out. He said, coming soon, we're going to have the Secrets of the Break and Secrets of the Walk. See, those are the break.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let it go. Let it
Okay.
go.
Sorry, Mike.
Let it go.
Maybe I just didn't present it correctly.
Honestly, though, real talk. I'm getting really excited about the CNMC and seeing everybody, and it's going to be great. So, I know it's super cheesy, but maybe that could be like alternate pick of the week, because I am helping some peeps get some hotel rooms around town and all this. So I'm getting pretty excited about it.
Yay! Well, can I then do my pick of the week, because it kind of comes on the heels of that? There's a great article at Pathos, the Catholic to the Core, March Fenelon, and the title is "Who Are Your Four Friends?" And it's talking about the story of the paralytic that had the four friends lower him from the roof down to see Jesus. And she really poses a fantastic question in this article about who are your friends? Who are the friends that help you get to Jesus? And hopefully it's more than four friends, but it's really a fantastic reflection on your friends and how important they are to your life. And so that's my pick of the week. And it just makes me think of how excited I am about going to the CNMC and seeing our friends that, we really have forged some wonderful friendships over the years with a lot of wonderful people, and it's just great to be all in the same place and play a little bit.
And very
celebrate
superficial
that.
ones as well.
And superficial ones, and trolls. Don't feed the trolls.
But if you've never come to the CNMC, just mark the calendar now. It's totally worth it just to meet everybody face to face, and it's all about the love.
It's all about the love, and this is the big homecoming, because we're bringing back a lot of folks that have come in and out of Catholic New Media, and it's just going to be really cool to see everybody together.
Yes, it will. Very much so. What is Father Daryl's site where I can see that video?
saskapriest.
Oh,
Either
how could I?
com or org or something.
How could I not?
Wow, because that's not anybody's pick of the week, Sarah.
What? I know. I was supposed to research it before this morning, and then I didn't, and then it was like a whole thing, and
Oh, well.
I'm going out of town for the week,
Next.
tomorrow, and I'm just all over the place.
Where are you going?
Dallas for work.
Oh.
Dallas.
That's
Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can get this to play. I shouldn't have said anything until it was actually playing.
Yeah. Now I don't feel so
That's all
bad
right.
about that air that I ever am
no, that's
responsible
good.
for.
I don't have a pick of the week, so whatever you can do to
I'd say-
walk over that will be just fine.
How about the Cayman Islands? That would be my pick.
Vacation.
well,
Yeah.
Yeah, vacation.
Pick of the week.
Wherever you can go on vacation, that's my pick of the week.
That's the best pick you've ever had.
Are you ready to say yes?
Yeah, so you guys, this video is great. Father Dale spent a lot of time making it, so check it out.
I want to hear more from Pope Francis. Come on.
It is true for us to be here. We can almost feel the glory of Jesus in our midst. In the power of the Holy Spirit, He makes all things new, makes all things new. Because you and me are right. Are you ready to say yes?
Okay, if you want to see the rest of that, we'll have that in the show notes.
Thank
Fantastic.
you.
Good job, Father Daryl.
He was texting me as he was making it. He's like, it's taken so long to upload to YouTube. And I'm like, I'm going to bed. See you later. So late.
Very, very nice. Fantastic. Okay. Let's see. So vacationing in the Cayman Islands or wherever you can go and afford to get away is Steve's pick. And and my pick of the week is that article by Dr. Greg on the 5 things regarding what Pope Francis said. What's the article here? The Pope Francis and Catholic Rabbits, 5 points to consider. Lots of great stuff over there at Patheos, by the way. And you should definitely check it out. That should be a bookmark in your browser for the Catholic channel over at Patheos, which we have a lot of good friends over there that write, including Miss Elizabeth Scalia, who I guess is the person that kind of
The
is in
editor?
charge of the whole thing.
The managing editor for the Catholic
Managing
portal
editor.
at patheos.com. She
Yeah.
will be moderating a panel at the CNMC.
I know. I didn't know if that was something we could say yet or not, but
Well, I guess I just did.
you just did.
Surprise!
Surprise! So Billy Newton just went, oh, squee!
Yeah, so gosh, it's going to be a lot of fun at the CNMC. But my pick is the Patheos Catholic channel. How about that? All right. Well,
Good job.
yeah, I think that it is about time for us to start wrapping this whole thing up. It was a lot of fun again. Let's see. Maria, how
Sure.
about your wonderful blog, Another Cup of Coffee? Tell us about that.
Yes, come and follow me and see me at begojohnson.com. And I'm still doing the photo challenge, the weekly photo challenge, and I've returned now that my manuscript is finished. I've returned to kind of putting something in there every once in a while. And you know what? I'm blogging in Spanish now. Is that crazy or what?
So, is that difficult to do?
No, it's just another language.
Yeah.
petalosdemaria.wordpress.com. And so I've got, I think it's on Thursdays, where a bilingual version of my blog posts are appearing at catholicmom.com. So check it out. And follow me on the Twitters at Beko.
So we could also go to that Spanish blog and use Google Translate. And then
Please do not do that, because you get all kinds of weirdness.
It might be entertaining. You know what's entertaining? Do any of you have Google Voice service?
Oh, John does.
I do.
Oh man.
Sarah, you don't use Google Voice?
No, I had a number and I gave it up.
Yeah, it's
Because
so
I never
much.
used it, and I'm like, I don't even know. I couldn't figure out how to make it work on my phone. I just couldn't be bothered.
Well, they do a transcript, a computer transcripts or transcribes the voicemails of people that call and leave
Comcast does
messages.
that too. It's very funny.
It's really funny to see some of the translations. Anyway.
I like to play the telephone game where you translate something into Spanish and then back to English, then back to Spanish, then back to English, and it doesn't even seem remotely the same when you get done.
Wow. Wow. I did. One of the translations that happened with Google was, I think I was writing about the Three Kings Day, the Epiphany. And the translation, it was something like anointing Jesus. The word was anointing Jesus, or the phrase was anointing Jesus. And I think that in Spanish was the appropriate translation. But I think that what Google translated was like smothering Jesus, or it was something awful. That was. It was just. It was. This is not right.
Well, I can't wait to look at your Spanish language blog and translate it. That's going to be some fun. And then I can read it on the next show. Mr. Steven, your blog, Everything Esteban.
Everything Esteban. I'll be posting some pictures from the Caymans when I get home next week.
And write about it in Spanish.
My Spanish isn't good enough.
That will make for fantastic translations.
You could read it in first grade Spanish.
Well, it was great seeing you. We've missed Mr. Steve, and we're glad you're back.
Thank you.
And enjoy the rest of your vacation there in the Cayman Islands, and we'll look forward to hearing more about it when you get back home. And Sarah Vabulous, the Catholic Drinky.
Yes. Well, this week I might be a little bit boring, but you can find me on Twitter at Catholic Drinky. I'll be in Dallas at a work conference. So if you care about some of the craziness that might happen, then you're in for a treat.
So just to remind everybody, what kind of conference, what kind of work do you do?
I work in software. I work for Oracle, and I'm a social media software consultant, so I help brands with their social media strategy.
Interesting. And so you go and talk about it to great numbers of people.
Except this week is an internal training, and so I'll be with all of my coworkers from all around the country that I haven't seen in a year and a half, and we have some shenanigans planned.
Oh, so it sounds like a boondoggle then, more than a working conference.
A little bit of both, but there should be some good pictures of my crazy coworkers.
And would it be best for us to follow you at Catholic Drinky or Sarah Vabulous? Or?
No, at Catholic Drinky. I don't even tweet there anymore. Don't tweet at me.
Gotcha. Okay, we'll check it out at CatholicDrinky.com. And finally, I am the Airline Pilot Guy. You can find me over to AirlinePilotGuy.com and on the Twitters, Airline Pilot Guy, and Facebook as well. And if you're interested in aviation, especially airline aviation, check out my podcast. Guess what it is?
Airline Pilot Guy
Yes, that's it.
podcast.
Yeah. Until next week, we hope you have a great weekend. Take care, and God bless.
SQPN, leading the way in Catholic new media.
It's a wrap.
Hey, you ended that one exactly, too.
Well, sometimes, as I said, I get lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I got to run.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Thanks.
For joining us.
All right, enjoy.
I'll be home next weekend, hopefully.
All right, safe travels. Enjoy yourself.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I hope everybody got over to the Catholic Weekend Live page on SQPN. I know that everybody that is in the chat room right now figured it out. And let's see, I'm trying to find the chat room. Where are you? That's not it. I know I have the chat room up somewhere. Anyway, so yeah, we're doing some move. Speaking of moving, Sarah moved to a different apartment, and we at SQPN are moving things around. We're going to do a big server move, and Miss Inge in the Netherlands is working hard to make that happen. And so part of this jostling things and moving things around involved using the Live 2 page for the show. And again, I can't. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. So what did you think, chat room? We'll wait for 2 minutes to get their response.
So where are you? Are you at sqpn.com?
Actually, I'm on the Chitango chat now, but we are on the sqpn.com/live 2 is where we are broadcasting right now. Actually, we're on YouTube, but the embedded show is over there on sqpn.com/live 2.
I hate to open too many windows on my computer because then things get super wonky for me.
So anyway, Inge, what she did there was she put the Catholic Weekend chat room there, and if you go to sqpn.com/live, it goes to Live 1, which is where Father Roderick usually is. And did he do any shows this morning? I didn't notice anything going on over there.
Dude, I woke up at 5 minutes to 10 today.
Okay. I wish I could have done that. So, yeah, Mike gives his thumbs up for the page that Inge created for the Catholic Weekend Live. And we have some things in the works to have a little bit more live presence video. And so kind of keep heading over to sqpn.com periodically to check things out. So we're planning, as I said, a lot of cool stuff. So thanks for joining us again this week, and we hope that you join us again next week, Saturday morning, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. And that's about... Oh, he did the break. Okay. He must have been doing it while we were doing our show. Mike said that Father did the break this morning. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and stop the broadcast, and hope everybody has a great weekend.